play fast, it doesn't automatically lead to more chances of turnovers. We play, our fast break is kind of like our go-to game. Like it's our game plan for every game, and we, especially the guys who have been here for so long, we know how to do it without turning it over. Obviously, we'll probably have some new guys in there, that kind of aren't as comfortable with it because they're new or freshmen or whatever, but when we play fast, we shouldn't have that many turnovers. I think tonight it came from everywhere. I think there was a couple where it was just a silly play. Someone back cut and threw to the ball and just went right out of bounds. Like silly turnovers like that, and that just shows either it's like a mentally out of sync in the moment, or we just gotta walk in, take a breath. Because sometimes, especially when the other team goes on a run, we call a timeout. Everybody's pissed on the bench. Sometimes the guys in the game just have to take a breath. Like, hey, it's a game of runs. They're going to make a run. We're going to make a run. We just have to cut their run off as soon as possible. That's the game. And I think sometimes, we get so caught up in, I missed my assignment or all this. We just have to take a breath, understand that we're not going to play a perfect game, but, we got to be their support. But there are times where you take that approach, and then there's like, hey, we gotta wake up. We can't have these turnovers, especially in this game, because we're prepping for games beyond these. Oakland, Nebraska, big games ahead of us, conference play. Those are the games that we're preparing for. We have to use these games as kind of prep to work on the stuff that we're not as good at. And I think we obviously could have done a lot better in a lot of areas, but like I said, we have a lot more games ahead of us against way better teams.
I think your three-point shooting has changed the way defenses have to play against you, but I'm wondering with Carson and his offensive output this season and how he's kind of developed there, because that's helping you a little bit too down the post. Because I noticed some of the defensive matchups you guys are seeing, they have to pay him more mind than maybe they did last season.
Yeah, no, I mean it's honestly opened my game a lot, having him as a lob threat, a post threat, and kind of like that mid-range. We call it like a Timmy D, where it's just like a floater a little bit. Having him being a threat around the rim is huge, because it gives me more space for when I post up. They got to make sure that they don't leave Coop open, and especially on pick and rolls, when I pop, they can't leave the rim wide open. Otherwise, Coop's gonna get the alley-oop, and if they do that, Fierce is gonna take it if nobody's on him. So it's. And then we have other guys in the corners. Fierce is so good, reading the entire floor on, who's open. Where's the defense at? He reads that, and he knows it so well. So, Coop being that threat as the alley-oop guy, post guy, the duck-in guy is huge.
Jaxon, there's some traditional ingredients tonight to maybe a slow start. You guys come back home after a sort of tense Big Ten game. There's his own early start. Some of those things traditionally can sometimes lead to a slow start. I'm wondering if you identified that and that played a part with how you started, or to prevent what I just mentioned, or if it was just the ball got to you in the right spots, things just happened that way. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Honestly, warming up for the game, a couple minutes before the game started, we knew that it's a different environment than usual. And so we were aware of that, and I mean, I don't know what the guard said, but us bigs, when we were warming up, we're like, hey, we have to create our own energy. We gotta, it might not be as packed, and it's not the environment we're used to with the zone and everything, but people are still here, and to be honest, everything off the floor they're just things. They shouldn't impact us in the way we play. We have to run how we run. We have to play how we play. We have to defend how we defend. And, no matter how many people are in those seats, it doesn't matter. But something that we had to do was create our own energy a little bit.
So it's an intentional thing by you to come out sort of the way you did there, I guess, just sort of to try to prevent, anything from starting off slow or weird or anything.
Starting out the game is just the same way, same approach as every other game. Throw the first punch. Throw the first punch and get our running game going and focus on our keys to the game, and cut off.
Thanks, Jaxon. Take care.
The three-point shooting, I think you're one shy of matching last season's total. You've been developing it for last season, and now this year it's kind of exploding. What have you been doing in the past offseason to kind of raise that up?
Yeah, I've always had a three-point shot. It's just that, there is a difference between having the ability to shoot and having the ability to shoot in high pressure situations in games. And it's always just reps. No matter if I have a 4 for 4 day or if I have a 0 for 5 day, I'm always first one to practice, getting up, 153s or however many depending on the day and how close it is to a game. But it's just reps. It's just continuous reps. No matter on a good day or a bad day, shoot every day, high reps.
And every shooter kind of has their spot. Yours kind of seems to be on that left wing. Any particular hypothesis why that spot seems to work for you?
I mean, it's probably because I shoot. It's probably because I shoot somewhere to 20 to 30 makes a day at that spot. It's just honestly, I feel like there's 4 spots sometimes. Actually, I would say six spots on the wing that are. Sorry, let me restart. There's 6 spots out on the 3-point line that comes about the corners, the slots, and the trail threes like that, And those are the shots that I practice every single day, and I make 30 of those every single day, no matter what. And it's just like I said, continuous reps.
Thank you. How do you guys